You know what you clicked on, and let's get right into it right here, right now on the Ujamaa network. We're going to set up options trading settings on your mobile device for Robinhood. All right, from your apps list, let's go straight into Robinhood app. I've got mine set up under crypto, and we're going to launch Robinhood. Also, there'll be a link for another application or user for you to go ahead and follow along with him. Pretty good information there. All right, once the app comes up, let's go ahead and go to our profile section. And then from there, we're going to scroll down and we're going to go to we're going to go right here to our menu options. And then we're going to scroll down and go to investing. Now, on the investing screen, scroll down till you get to level 2 options trading. Now, there's an application process for that. Make sure that that is enabled. You have to apply for it. It's a question and answer session. Get that on there and just double confirm that your option settings are set to look something like this. It'll let you go ahead and place calls and puts for buying, selling cash covered puts, and exercising your options. That is the key. We're not going to be doing the spreads, but let's make sure you have those set. And that is pretty much it on those settings. All right, back on the home screen of the app, let's go ahead and do a search. And usually, this is where I tell you to pick what your options are going to be. For us, in this example, we're going to focus on the S&P 500. But unlike what we normally would do and go straight to what we can afford, which is the micro S&P 500, we want the ability to trade options. And you notice now that your options are available, you've got the trade button that's active. So the first thing you do is click on it. But what you're not going to see is trade options. All right. You've got a margin requirement of $2,600 that you have to have in your Robinhood account just to trade those options. They want you to have at least that much money inside of your account. For our example today, though, we're not going to do the micro. That's something we're going to build up to. But what we are going to do is the spider S&P 500 EFT Trust. Let's go ahead and click on that. There you're going to see your trade button. And now you're going to see trade options. That's where we want to be. Let's click on that. Robinhood, again, makes it so easy that you can easily mess yourself up. It'll give you option strategies to start off with. Let's say we just want to look at options at a pound to go up. You can click on any one of these presets. Same thing with options that are going down, a long put for a bearish market. Let's go ahead and let's look at the ops and let's do what's called a long call. Long call is a bullish strategy. It has one leg. It gives it a right to buy shares of the underlying asset at a strike price. Let's go ahead and get into this thing. So first things first, this is going to be your long call menu options up here. You set the date. We're going to set ours for about 2 weeks out. Let's look at April 17th. And go ahead, and this is where you want to be. Your share point or your strike price is here. This is the part where you would contact your financial advisor. You're going to ask them specific questions. What would be your strategy, financial advisor, and how I should approach something that I feel is going to go up, but where should I place my margin? Well, professionals might give you a particular dollar amount. On this channel, for this example, I'm saying stay within $5 plus or minus of that share price. So if it's 632, we're not going higher than 637. And that's going to be $15 a share. Let's go ahead and click on this first, and then we'll click on the plus signs to give you a different idea what the screens look like. Let's look at that 637 call. If we're going to buy a call, that's thinking that it's going to go up. Click on that. There's what you're looking at. Now, what we want to look is that delta. Get to know these terms. Your delta is going to be the stripe, the how can I put it? Your delta is going to be a number that is going to make or break your success. Again, talk to your financial advisor. Find out what that delta, gamma, and theta is when you're talking about those charts. I don't want to touch anything under 50 at all. I want to look at 80. So let's get out of here. What is the delta on a 636 call? There's a 50. It's going up. Okay, let's go down. Strike price is here. What's that on that 634 call? Looks like 52. Things are break even here. When you want to buy, you hit buy. It's going to give you what you're going to be coming up with. Unit price, it's going to be $17. All right. The break even point is if it gets up to $651. All right. The max loss, it's going to be that much. You're going to lose your $17 on that particular spider. Make sure you know what you're getting into before you jump onto these things. And there's going to be your strike point and what you're going to be reviewing. Makes enough sense just navigating this screen. This is where all the features are going to be made, and you're doing this on your phone. Same thing if you hit this plus sign, it takes you right back to that screen. So make your call by simply clicking on the actual item and you get that information. But when you click on the plus, when you want to buy at a particular price, it'll bring you right to the screen. Now, of course, having a mobile app device is going to be beneficial to you guys who are on the go. But when you want to have access to chart information so you know what you're placing your options on, you want to do this from a PC. Now, you don't have to have a setup like mine to have this done. You can get any basic computer and start trading. But I would recommend you get 2 monitors so you can look at more information at one time. Now, what does setting up your options look like on your Robinhood account on your PC? Pretty much the same. Let's just go over to our investing tab. Actually, account, and go to investing from there. And then right down below, you want to make sure that your futures trading is enabled. Now, if this is not enabled, it'll tell you so, and it'll take you right into the list of futures, like how we did the search. Okay? Now, that's always going to be at the top of the screen, so let's just go ahead and do that spider again. And that's the S&P 500 EFT Trust. And you're going to get the same information when you try to trade SPY options. And there's your pluses and minuses, and there's your share price. Just like on the mobile app. Now, this is the point where you're now building experience. Trying to get that experience that applications like Charles Schwab, Thinkorswim won't even allow you to do unless you are serious about this trading. You've demonstrated to that app that you know what you're doing. So you're eliminating any risk that you could potentially get yourself into. You want to have that experience, but again, it is difficult to gain the experience if you can't use the app. This is where Robinhood comes in. You're getting some experience. You're not risking the house to do it. You're losing or gaining the money that you put in, and it's going to have limits on it. But you should always contact your financial advisor before getting into such a thing. The other advantage of using Robinhood is that you are now going to get introduced to the candlestick patterns by using the legend option. Now you can start seeing in real time what those patterns mean and start applying and learning that information. That's going to be critical. I actually have 6 different patterns that I want you guys to get familiar with so that you understand when something is bullish and when something is bearish. Now, that poster that I'm selling on my site, on my channel, is going to be right around here on the screen. If you look right there, it'll pop up periodically. I've got some cups, much like my 4C Web Cafe cup, and some of my Bear and Bull cups that are out there as well. Drink some coffee with us 9 a.m. in the morning when we're about to start making these trades. And let's see together how we can gain that information and that experience. Let me know what you thought about the content, and I'll talk to you later.